Hey, welcome to KROSS BARZ, the podcast where we discuss interesting topics with alternative perspective. I am your co-host, Big O. Have with me.
Hey, Tanae is back in the building one more time with our special guest today, Mr. Jonathan Slocumb, the actor, the comedian, the major host, the fashion guy. Give it up, give it up, give it up for Mr. Slocumb, y'all. Give it up. Welcome to KROSS BARZ, Mr. Slocumb. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What is going on?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Jonathan, hold on.
Jonathan Slocumb.
When you introduce yourself, do you say I'm Big J? Do you call yourself Jonathan?
Well, see, the only person knows I'm Big J is somebody you ain't supposed to know.
Okay, there we go. Talk your talk. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. So now, all right. First and foremost, okay, where are you from? Not versus where you reside, because you might reside somewhere, but where are you originally from?
So I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, wait a minute. All right, hold on. Are
Yeah.
you from Atlanta or are you from Alabama, moved to Atlanta and been there for a long time? You got to quantify that, because everybody from Atlanta ain't from Atlanta.
No, I'm with you. Like they say, I didn't come here. I'm from here.
Okay, all right, there we
go. He's rooted, Peach. He's rooted, yes.
Born and raised, and I moved to LA 30-something years ago. I just moved back to Atlanta, so I'm back here now.
Okay. Now look, how I recognize it. Are you before the Olympics or after Olympics? Like if you moved there, so you before the Olympics?
No, I was way before the Olympics.
Got you. All right, cool. Because some people be like, "Yeah, I'm from Atlanta." I'd be like, "Yo, so you remember when they was modeling for the Olympics?" They was like, "Nah." I'd be like, "Okay, you not really going out." All right, I got you. So you from Atlanta? Well, what part? What part?
Atlanta. Did they have Decatur and College?
Yeah, Decatur, DeKalb, Fulton.
Atlanta, the city of Atlanta.
Oh, you from Fulton? Okay.
Went to Atlanta Public High School.
Okay.
Do you know much about Atlanta as far as?
Yeah.
So back in the day, there was a club called Club Silver Fox. You remember that?
Oh heck no. Okay. I'm not from Atlanta. I moved down there for a year. Not Atlanta, Marietta, but
but there's an area, there's a street that used to be named Bankhead Highway. That's where the Bankhead bounce came from.
Yeah.
I lived off of Bankhead.
Okay. All right. And a club called Silver Fox. So I couldn't imagine what kind of old players was up in there. Okay. all types of red peach linen suits is in there.
Red peach linen two-piece suits.
Oh, two-piece suits. Oh, absolutely.
Match back then.
Okay. Absolutely.
I wasn't like a customer because I was a child when it was open.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Had like a renovation of it years later. I had already gone by that time. So
okay, all right. So original Atlanta. So you're from Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me, what was it like? Because Atlanta has always been at an epicenter of Black culture. I look at four, but I really, because I'm an East Coast baby. 3 cities on the East Coast is usually New York, number one. I go with DC and Atlanta. So tell me about growing up. What was Atlanta like for you and your experiences?
Well, so let's clarify something. Now, growing up for me, please know I'm 65 years old. So it was.
Oh, you said it out loud. Okay.
No, I'm proud brother, man.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You better be.
Look, I ain't dead, so I ain't done. So
you ain't dead, I ain't done.
Yeah, man. So the early years was, it was popping. You would be so proud to live in Atlanta because we had back then still got a black mayor, and businesses were popping. There was no gentrification back then, so we had a definite Black culture, Black neighborhoods. It was all us in several parts of Atlanta, and it was just a smoothness and a camaraderie and a family kind of a thing. It was just unprecedented. We were talking last night. I did an event here. Hosted for the Whitney Houston Foundation, and some of the people there were people from back in the day. We talked about we should have like a reunion because life was just beautiful. We just loved each other. It wasn't about you got to make all this money. What is make the bag. You know,
Yeah, I got you.
You got money, you had it, but it was simple and it was just peaceful and just love, man.
Okay. So now, because talking about growing up in Atlanta, there was some stuff that was going on. You might have been a little bit older, but I want to know your perspective on it because you were there. There was a phenomenon that was going on throughout our country about the murders of children in Atlanta. We know them as the Atlanta child murderers. And I want you to tell me your perspective being there at that time.
No one has ever asked me about that. I'm glad you did, though.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that. I remember. I was scared.
Get ready for this, all right?
Okay.
So the guy that they arrested and sentenced is a guy named Wayne Williams.
Okay.
Went to school with him.
Wow.
I know him.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
And I also know he absolutely did not do that.
Wow.
Absolutely not. Here now, this is just my own assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was such a tumultuous time, and like the whole idea of who could do this, it was taking over the city. So the city had to have somebody.
Gotta pick somebody.
So Wayne was a really quiet guy. He had those beady eyes and he wore wiry afro, so he always looked suspect. But the fact is, he had a mission in mind because he really wanted to find the next Jackson 5 because he wanted to be like the next Barry Gordy.
Yeah, he wanted music.
He had created built his own radio station in his house, in which he tried to get me to be a DJ for it.
Wow.
Because this conversation will be happening. But he was wondering, trying to find the next whatever. And they saw him. They said that they saw him throw something over a bridge. I don't know if that's true or not, but he just kind of fit what they thought that person would be. So they went to his house and they saw, they went to somebody's house, saw the carpet fibers that matched. Come on, man. Where we from? Do y'all know about a store called Kmart?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work there. Absolutely.
Okay.
I worked there. Yeah, absolutely.
So Kmart was our, Macy's and Neiman Marcus. That's what we had. So if Kmart had a sale on carpet, everybody got that.
Everybody had
that.
Because that was the same carpet fibers. I'm like, come on, y'all. So unfortunately, it happened. He's still in, and I just, my heart always bled for him because I know he didn't do it. I just believe that. But it was some relief that was given to the city because they found the guy, and he had, he looked suspicious, the wiry fro and the beady eyes and the glasses. He just looked like he did it.
Yeah. Okay. I actually looked at the documentary. I grew up in the area. I'm from New Jersey. And it was always like, kidnap you, even though people didn't really know geography like that.
Right.
Atlanta is far, from, New Jersey.
Still, it made you scared.
But it made you like, they just kidnapping little black kids. And then as I got older, looking at the documentary, and it was like, wow, this is deep. As far as, how the Klan was involved, and then the NAACP had to get involved just so it could get national attention. So the police would actually put some type of investigation towards it because, black children during that time, you're talking about the late 70s, early 80s, was like, so what? Just let, poor black kids, nobody cares about that. You know what I mean? Right. So that was something. So now moving on, you went to high school. What was that like? Were you artistic, or were you an athlete, or you was just a cool guy?
Oh, I did so many things. So just a little bit of the backstory. I was raised in a denomination called Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh boy, y'all shout. You shouting at church.
Huh?
Oh, you shouting at church.
No. You don't.
No, not Seventh-day Adventist.
The Seventh-day Adventist? What's up? What's up?
No.
Is that Kojic Cathedral?
That's Kojic.
No, it's too different.
Okay.
The Kojic, you going,
Yeah, Seventh-day Adventist is like, damn near Catholic. It's just like, it was not like that. But they had these very, very strict, requirements, no pork, no sex before marriage, no alcohol. We had a thing called
the stuff in the Bible. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Had a thing, we did a thing called Observing the Sabbath, which is from sunset Friday to sunset Saturday. Social activities, everything about the Lord and church, and that was it. And so I was Seventh Day Adventist. I went to a public high school, which was, they don't encourage that because of the temptations of it, you know. So I went to Frederick Douglass High School. And because of my stance on my faith, because at that time it was my faith and nothing else, I played basketball. I made varsity. I was going to be this starting young guy, going to be playing basketball, but the coach knew about my church. He said, you got to make a decision because on Friday nights, I'm going to need you to be on court with the fellas. So I chose to not play, and I chose my church. So it was a big thing about it. You know, this guy sacrifices a possible career in the NBA, blah, blah, blah. And so I just passed on it. And I would have just stopped and say, thank God I did, because if I had played, you know, y'all wouldn't even know Jordan. But
he said you wouldn't know Jordan.
Look, I just say okay. I'm so, like, I don't even know what to say on that. Like,
no, because I'm just saying, y'all be wearing, some people call me Sloke. Y'all be wearing the Slokes. You know, if I had
the Sloke, Air Slokes. Yeah, I like the name of those Air Slokes. It has a ring to it.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Matter of fact, I think you should come out with them anyway. I think you should come out with it anyway.
Hey, the hard bottoms though. The hard bottoms though.
Hey, yeah, hard bottom sneakers. Yes, the Air Slokes. Yeah.
What?
You can leave the court and go straight to the boardroom.
Wait.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
You think I should collaborate with Stacey Adams? What you say?
Yeah, and do some Air
There
Slokes?
you go. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna call them.
Yes.
A hybrid shoe / sneaker. Oh yeah, that sounds
from
awesome.
the court to the classroom.
Oh my God, we even know the little mascot is gonna be a silver fox.
That's enough, Big O. That's enough.
Okay, absolutely.
No, I wanted to say too. Now, did you have siblings growing up? Was it just you? Like, what is your order if you have siblings?
Well, I was going to tell you a little bit about that. So I went to high school and I passed up on basketball. So I excelled academically and I became this lead. I was student government president. You know, I ran school and I was just all about
smart. Okay.
Yeah, and I was smart. And I was voted most humorous. I wasn't a class clown, but they have like most athletic, best dressed, most humorous. That would be me. So that's something going to be happening. I didn't know what. You know, you have a younger brother and an older sister. I'm the middle child. And so we all grew up here in Atlanta. Yeah, so that was it. That's the beginning.
Man, that's something. Because I think in my high school, I actually look at like 6 categories and I was like, yo, I should have won at least one of them. And I did. And I felt some kind of way. I went to the reunion looking at people like, you know what, man? You know I should be the class flirt because you know what I mean. My nickname was my nickname was Big Daddy. I gave it to myself. I gave it to myself. You know what I mean? I would say, yeah, I'm Big Daddy.
so Big O,
you can't name yourself.
Yo, so at your reunion, Big O, did you see that chick that you wanted to get with, but when you saw her, she was a hot
like,
mess.
Thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Did you see her?
No. No. Absolutely not. You know, as I like to say, you know, I didn't realize that at the 30th reunion, you're not supposed to bring your spouse. Because I was looking around like, yeah, I'm married. You know, I can't listen. Big O can't be out here unsupervised. I need a chaperone in life. You know, I need a life chaperone. You had me on the loose?
Yes.
No, sir.
He needed a little strap. You know
yeah. I was a little kid in the strap. Don't have the little strap. He's no animal. I was the one that was like, nah, that little boy need a strap. But I was there looking around and I was like, well, where's your husband at? You know, where's your wife? You know, asking my friends, why you bring your wife? And they were like, nah. I said, oh, some of y'all trying to believe y'all old fantasy.
Exactly.
And us people who was happily married was like, nah, we good. Our spouse right here. You know, right here. You know what I mean? But I kind of felt some kind of way. I ain't win like class comedian. They said it was close. I was like, all right. I was like, you know, flirt was close. You know, most popular. It was like close. I was like, man, I should have got something.
So Big O, so they did have a most flirtatious category?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna win that.
Oh, man.
I thought hands down. I was like, I used to have that phrase, girl, you want me. That was me. I walked up. That's how I introduced myself. Hey, I'm big up. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. I'm sharing too much. Okay.
No,
My bad. All right. So now
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now yeah, he triggered something. It was something going on. So now you in there, you're a popular guy, you know what I'm saying? Fulton County's finest. Joint said my battery low. How was that? It's my joint. All right, but nah, that's my computer. Something bugging. But with that being said, what was your ambitions after high school? Was it I'm going to, look, I'm going to Morehouse, I'm going to Clark, got all of them, I'm going to Georgia Southern, I'm going to Georgia Tech.
Alabama. Are you going to school in Alabama?
Yeah,
no,
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. No, all right. So we got all them schools in right there, Atlanta, and you not Spelman. All right. So you figured I'm gonna go to college, or I'm gonna just go get a job in factory jobs, because during that time period, Atlanta has some factories where you can make a very good wage, a livable wage at that time, get you a house, and they had a bunch of thick women that you can just say, all right, we're gonna start the family, because it's right down there. But go ahead, brother.
No, so I did not go to a college here. Like I said, I was heavily into my religion.
Okay. Oh, you want to get away? Oh, you ain't want nobody see what you're about to do, huh?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Mm-hmm.
No, sir. So the way it was, there's a Seventh-day Adventist college in Alabama called Oakwood College. Black-owned, Black Seventh-day Adventists. They come from all over the world to go to this college. And so they had a thing called college days, when high school seniors can visit, stay a week at the college campus. I went there and became obsessed with it. That's the only place for me. I went there. They saw that I was this guy who played basketball, this guy that can dress, as they called it. Had a lot of fine Black women there. I want to go there. So they said, well, come on down. We would love to have it. I got accepted. I had $0. And my pops, he's the guy that said, get a job after high school. Don't even worry about that.
Right.
I can get you on where I work.
Don't do that, college. Go make some money, boy.
Yeah, I want to go to college. He said, we ain't got the money for college. So me and my moms concocted this scheme to have my father to believe I should go to college. And it was like this, real quick. I slept in the living room because I had gotten tall. I couldn't fit in my little twin bed. So every time my pops was getting ready to go to work, I'd hear him. I pretend like I'm having a bad dream. No, don't make me take those drugs. No, I can't. I won't be drugged. So my pops was like, I don't want my son to be like that. So then one day he said, well, okay, if you can go, let's go. So we drove down to Oakwood, no money, just believing that something's going to happen. Get him on the line. My mom said, look, my son has to go here. We don't have no money. Is there any way? She was like, ma'am, it doesn't work like that. What's your son's name? She said, he's Jonathan Slocumb. She said, Jonathan Slocumb? Oh, my God. Go right to the president's office. Okay, we go there. President Rock, Jonathan Slocumb. Oh, my God. I am so sorry. We've been so busy. We got letters about you coming here. We were ready to receive you. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Please welcome to Oakwood. Here's the scholarship. All in. Come on in. Da-da-da-da-da. And I went to Oakwood. So because my interest was broadcasting journalism, they only offered an associate's degree 2 years. I had a 2-year scholarship to Oakwood College.
Wow.
So were your letters from the Seventh-day Adventist church, or your high? Like, who sent the letters? It was from the church.
But I didn't know that. And even my high school principal sent a letter because he knew how I was into my faith, So I went to Oakwood, had those 2 years. Did not graduate because I had, a class I could not pass. But what I also did was I wanted to stay longer than 2 years, but of course I thought I couldn't. So on my last day of the 2 years, I'm packed and ready to go. I got invited to the girls' dormitory. We used to have worship service every night in the different dormitories. And that night, they invited me because they heard I was leaving. So I'm okay, y'all, goodbye. And at the end, a lady came, one of the girls came down and she said, we heard you leaving tomorrow, and this campus cannot survive without you. And so this 2 young ladies came down the center aisle with one of those outdoor garbage cans filled with money, and the student body took up a collection for me to stay 2 more years.
Wow.
Right.
Up for
Hold up, bro. Hold on now.
Wow.
So you telling me
meant to be is meant to be though.
Hold up now. You telling me them good cats took a collection at college to keep you there?
But I understand back then it wasn't a whole lot of money, but
I know. And nobody had a lot of money, so I got you.
And so, and they had the money. Then they had envelopes with letters of testimonials. Jonathan made my child feel good. Blah 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 blah. Transferred $300 from her account to his account. It was all kinds of craziness.
Wow.
And then I was there for 2 additional years, and that's when I knew I'm probably going to do something in this thing, because the main thing was I brought laughter and joy every day. My optimistic kind of cat. So that's how I started.
Okay.
Wow, that's a great story.
Positivity paid off. Okay. Being positive paid off. So yeah, I got you. All right. So now you stay there extra 2 years for a 2-year degree. All right, because we go get to that. So
become administrator.
Extra 2 years for a 2-year degree. So we got 4 years in a 2-year degree. Okay.
And still never got it.
Now understand, you were very popular, sir.
But as long as you had a good time, that's all that was. You helped others. That's what it was. You helped others. You did your service.
And they helped me.
So this man took 4 years to get a 2-year degree and ain't get the 2-year degree.
Ain't get it.
Holy moly. So hold up. Look, just to crack another joke. So you must be, a member of the Omega Psi Phi, because that's the only.
Oh, you need to stop.
I'm in no fraternity at all.
They don't graduate.
My brother's gonna get you one day.
My cousin gonna get me on that one.
You one day.
I love them. But okay, so now, so after your 4 years are up with a 2-year degree, all right. After the 4 years up, then what was your pursuit? Because I know you probably was like, all right, they can't keep me another 2. So what was the pursuit after then?
So it was funny. I've never actually talked about this before, but I went through the whole process of it looking like I was getting ready to graduate. Like nobody knew what was going on, because I was Jonathan Slocumb. Nobody ever.
You can't let them know. Can't let them know. Right.
So I got the cap and gown. You know how they have a baccalaureate and some other kind of program, and then they have the commencement, which is when you get the paper. Well, I did all of this, other activities and events. I was there. Blah blah blah. I'm in line at commencement to go in. My college roommate, shout out to Dr. Leon Seard, I was behind him. I was like, my man, I'll be right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I left and never came back.
Wow.
But nobody knew that I didn't graduate, because every time they see me, hey, they just know I was there. So I left and never came back. And so the next.
What did your parents say when you didn't graduate? Did they say like, boy, we're gonna kill you?
Well, they ain't pay anything, so it couldn't be too upset.
No. My mom's number one, they ain't pay no money. Number two,
right.
My mom's main thing was that everybody knew me. My mom was just wanting me to be popular. That was her main thing. I became, that was her thing. So it never came up again. So I came back to Atlanta, continuing my perpetration journey.
Okay, perpetration. I like that. Perpetrating the fraud. I got you.
And so when somebody said, "Oh yeah, you went to Oakwood," they said, "What year did you graduate?" This is what I say. I left in 81. Oh, okay, in 81. Okay.
Yeah, we got that.
I left in 81. That's it. There you go.
81.
I didn't say I graduated. I said I left in 81. Okay, 81. All right. So that was in my class. Yeah.
And I know everybody.
Everybody knew me.
Yeah, exactly right. So, I'm just gonna now get a job, with a business card and a suit and a tie, and that was my thing. at the same time, I was a choir director at my church. Then I had a mass choir. So I was into gospel music. And one day we had a concert and I was funny doing the concert. You know, that was like, what? We never been laughing at a gospel concert. So around Atlanta, I started, you know, emceeing gospel concerts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was wondering how did the host kind of start with doing
that.
Kind
of from that. Right. But it was only within the parameters of gospel. So then one of the famous graduates, real graduates of Oakwood College, is a group called Take Six.
Yeah.
They went to Oakwood College?
Yeah.
So Take Six went to Oakwood College too?
Yeah, Take Six went there. Brian McKnight went there.
Brian McKnight, yeah.
Yeah, we all went there. So Take Six did a concert in Chicago, and the promoter had heard about this guy in Atlanta who's funny. Why don't you let him open for y'all? And they were like, well, we know Jonathan Slocumb. Cool. So I did a concert with them. And then their manager was like, this is a good combination. Let's take him with us on the road. They were like, cool. And so at that time I was working for AT&T. And
good job. Right there in Atlanta. Good job.
And then I looked at that paycheck stuff. And I looked at my being funny for
like, look right.
And I was like, I was gone. So then I started doing comedy for Take Six, and they have a dual audience of gospel and jazz. So now I'm opening for Take Six and Al Jarreau, and I'm opening for Shirley Caesar and Shaka Khan, you know, because I'm now this black clean guy that can do comedy in front of audiences.
So did you have a manager, or were you just making up your own stuff, or did you have a manager?
Well, Take Six's manager took me on after I went on road.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she was managing them and me at the time.
Wow.
Okay.
Shout
so
out.
The group deal. She was just like, all right, everybody from Oakwood sign here. All right, got you.
Yeah. Now.
All right. So
right during that time, the end of the first successful season of HBO's Def Comedy Jam happened, and everybody was like, this is the most amazing thing. So with every compliment of the Def Comedy Jam, there was at least one that would say, I mean, but can anybody do black comedy clean and without no cussing? And Martin Lawrence actually referred me because he came to do a show in Atlanta. Okay. And I was doing some comedic stuff on the radio before comedians were radio DJs. And so I opened for Martin here, and he loved what he saw, and he took me on a few more dates with him from Atlanta. And so when the word came out about somebody clean, he said, I know this guy in Atlanta. He's a nice guy, you know, and he's and so Bob Summer came to see me perform here at this comedy club, and I hit the stage as might be the first clean comedian on Def Jam. I don't know if it's actual.
Def Jam. I remember that because in that too, because you said clean, like gospel comedy. Because I think of people like Chocolate who switched over, and she did the same thing, and she had done Def Comedy and
Small Fire.
Who I said Small Fire, Fry was, and then she's Small Fire. Now, and she went to the clean gospel, and Willie Brown, and we've had those guys here on KROSS BARZ, I think, and Dennis Gaxiola we've had, on here. So I was thinking that you were, because that's all I knew was you, bringing that clean comedy to it. And the question that we asked Chocolate too was it difficult to, have you talked to those people? Was it difficult performing for those audiences clean? Like, did you have to switch up your act because you weren't cursing or change yourself and all? Like was it difficult for you to do that, to perform for the crowds that wanted to hear mother and all that?
No, because that's the beauty of the world that we live in. Like and I wish people would do more of what I'm about to say. You have options. You choose what you want to support. Like I have a hard time accepting people bashing other comedians because of their language. I'm like, so don't watch them. Don't
watch it. Don't buy it. Don't listen to it. Right.
We have a definite audience. Are you kidding me? Why are you trying to mess? If you don't want to go, you don't want to watch it, change the channel. So for me, people were looking for me. So I didn't have an audience of people that wanted cussing. When they called on me, they wanted what they wanted. And so they got it. So I never had, the only except for one time, I did Showtime at the Apollo.
Okay.
Ooh, edgy.
And this was not a recorded televised version, but they
okay.
was called Dog Night. And at the end of the year, Dog Night.
Yes, Dog Night. Yes.
All of the winners from the whole year, plus some special guests. So I was there because Take Six was in town. So their manager got me on to do that show. So I asked the MC, I said, you got the introduction? Man, I'm gonna hook you up, man. I got you. I know who you are. Okay. Because it was at that time, it was very critical. You got to introduce me right.
Correct.
Oh no!
Look! That's how he did 5 Heartbeats. I know.
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
I got you.
Here's how it went. So he comes out on stage. This is
New
York City Apollo. First thing he says, "All right, Apollo, y'all ready to get saved?"
Oh no!
And
no, he said that.
What this nigga just said? Y'all ready to get saved? All right, then he said, "Well, this next brother comes to the stage, gonna save you and make you laugh." That's 2 double negatives.
Gotcha.
But here's the big one, though. From Atlanta, Georgia. Wait. Now I'm there. Whatever night this was, I was there. The night before, New York had. That's when Patrick Ewing was strong in New York.
Okay.
The night before, they played the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta.
Oh.
There was a fight when both benches emptied.
Wow.
And New York lost the game.
Oh, you was getting
from
booed.
Atlanta, Georgia. Nigga.
Bad look.
Oh no. I didn't even say nothing. I just said, "How y'all doing?" They started booing me like mercy. They were booing me in songs. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. I mean, it was, I ran off that stage. I ran down the street outside I was crying and screaming, man. Oh, it was so hurt. That's the one time I got completely dissed. No acceptance.
Apollo is heartless.
Well, I've been back several times to redeem myself. I've killed the Apollo several other times.
Okay.
That night,
well, during that time period, I look back to like history and comedy, and during the early 70s, you had 2 polarizing opposite comedians, and both were well supported. One was Richard Pryor, which had more of the raunchy, dirtier routines, and you had Bill Cosby, who never really cursed or anything like that. And then you had other counterparts like Red Fox and Dick Gregory, which used some profanity. I think Dick Gregory was more like well thought. Similar to Dave Chappelle, I would say. But you also have Flip Wilson, who was pretty clean as well. He did some things that was risque, but it was never dirty or anything like that, and then later on, we had for quite some time, we had Sinbad. Sinbad did some very clean. So we always had some clean comics. I think as of recently, after Sinbad wasn't doing so well and he had to stop the cruise with Tom Joyner, we didn't really have too many. We had some intellectuals. One I really think of is D.L. Hughley, one of the intellectual, like thought-provoking type comedians. But clean comedians, it seems like after Sinbad, it was kind of like, all right, we're gonna phase this out, because I think that Steve Harvey was kind of clean, and then he kind of shifted and went over, and it was like, all right, now this is the only option we have. And I look at comedy in a sense like rap. Before we had a plethora of different subgenres of rap. You had conscious, you had gangster, you had dance, you had different type of hip-hop, and then it seems like then it became one straight gangster, and it's like you gotta go search for the other genres. We still have it, but you got to search.
I like that.
So now for comedians, I think now that we have direct to consumer type enterprises, whereas you know, you could say, all right, since y'all don't have us on major platforms, you can come to my platform and directly hear this.
Exactly.
And I think that's why so many I think clean comedians have, I think y'all follow in Voltron and y'all have your own shows and have cruises and things of that nature. And I've also seen, because in my lifetime I've seen, you know, you had Christian cruises, you had Christian revivals, you had a lot of church oriented type events where these vendors,
the phrase is faith-based.
Faith-based, excuse me, that is correct. Faith-based type events where you guys are featured. So it's coming back around, but now it's still segmented. And you know, we love that, you know, Tyler Perry is, you know, bringing forth that. But I want to ask you your opinion on some of the things that's going on in comedy. So there was an event that happened maybe a year ago that kind of shook the comedy world. Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp's podcast. Yeah. And he kind of let out some things that some people said was, you know, supposed to be behind closed doors that most comedians knew about, but the world didn't know, you know, that
like
people,
which society of comedians.
Yeah. Who didn't like who's stealing what, and things of that nature. And every comedian chimed in about their opinion. Some was for Cat and saying, yeah, Cat, you telling like it is. And some people saying, Cat, you're lying and you stole. You know, so, you know, it was both things. But as a comedian, I want your take on that.
Yeah, of course I witnessed the whole thing. Well, let me go back, man. Dude, the way you just synopsized the world of comedy was genius.
Ooh, give it up, bars for Big O. Okay.
Man, I'm sitting there going, this nigga.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog, Mr. Slocumb. That's my dog.
Man, you did, that was beautifully said, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I had some kind of mixed emotions. I know Cat personally. I have a completely different experience with Cat. You can never tell me anything bad about Cat. I can't, because he came through for me like nobody ever did.
Say that.
You know, and not only that, this is what happens. People always ask me questions about comedy because they think that I'm gonna be one-sided, or they think that I want to talk about my brand or genre of comedy. The main thing they ask is, you know, who you think is funny, blah, blah, blah. My list ain't what people think, you know, because I like funny.
Yeah.
And I heard Jay tell you to not cuss. See, cussing don't bother me.
Gotcha.
It does not bother me at all.
So this motherfucker, I was like,
this is what I know. This is what I try to tell people. Cussing is a language, not a lifestyle. It does not say
bars.
what somebody is. I know people, I know preachers who cuss.
Yeah, I love them.
Me too.
I love them. They make you laugh.
You know,
who in the hell left the gate open?
You know, and so cussing is just a language. It's Spanish, French, English, and cussing. I mean, it's just a language. So get over it. If it offends you, you know, I ain't gonna lie. When I'm with my partners, I cuss, but I don't cuss on stage. I don't cuss for my work. I don't do that. And so because of that, Cat is a very spiritual cat. Like, he knows God and the Bible. I love that about it, number one. I believe that comedians should have a balance. Now, I'm not saying that you need to change who you are to be, no, just stay you, but be balanced. So I do agree that Cat probably could have gone to these individual comedians and say what he wanted to say to them, because that's what I'm a proponent of. I would never go public with anything I've had with any individual person. I just would never do it. And I know we're in the age of, you know, people going on social media and try to put people on blast. I ain't with that at all. And I have an issue with people like Steve Harvey's my man. You know me from Steve Harvey Show, but he has millions of people who listen to him every morning and watch all of his shows. One person says, that nigga ain't nothing. He going for him. He gonna clap back. He gonna spend a whole 3 hours on that one person. I'll be like, dude, that's one person.
out of the millions of people, billions in the world.
Right. So when this whole thing was going down, you know, and Club Shay Shay is a platform, you know, and the comedians that Cat had an issue with, there were a couple of them, but it wasn't the whole community of comedians. It was 3 or 4 of them. We still have hundreds and hundreds of others that have been forgotten because now they just want to see the cats that they expose on the show, and it was too much. And I'm a man of peace. Personal story. I spent years. Now, I don't know if you know that I was on the Steve Harvey Show, the sitcom.
No, I did not know.
Oh, of course, yes, we do. Clyde the Slide.
Yeah, I was Clyde on the Steve Harvey Show.
Wait a minute, in the group, the hot top.
Yeah,
oh, you had the hat on.
Yeah, that's me.
He had a fro. He couldn't remember nothing.
Can't remember nothing.
He was brain damaged from
all the drugs he was taking. I got you.
That whole thing, that's another whole story too. But the short of it is, we were supposed to do a High Tops reunion for 1 episode, but the response was overwhelming, so they kept bringing those back. We did, I think, 6 or 7 episodes, and we actually, you know, Ron Isley, who's in town tonight, Ron Isley, TK Carter, later on, you know, DC Curry, we all did our own thing. So I spent all this time with Steve, and when the show ended, I just thought I was going to continue to run with Steve, you know, because he, my man. Yeah. So he asked me, you know, man, how you get all these people from church to, you know, to follow you? And I told him about my journey, and I introduced him to TD Jakes. TD Jakes was excited that Steve Harvey wanted to meet him. So when he would have this thing called Mega Fest, he had
down in Texas.
It used to be in Atlanta.
Decided to have a comedy show, and Steve Harvey hosted it. I was on it at the time, and Sinbad was on it, and it was a nice show. But after that, when Steve Harvey started to do more in that area of faith, he even had a show on TBN. Show on TBN. He did.
I did not know that.
Talk show.
I didn't know that one.
It wasn't long lived, but he had it on there. So now he is the undisputed king of Christian comedy now.
Correct. Absolutely.
And so I remember getting a call from this a church in Texas who had done something for the year before for pennies. They said, hey, man, we heard about Steve Harvey. We know you've been on the show. We really want him to do what you did last year. Now, they said he wanted $250,000. We ain't got that kind of money. So can you get Steve to do it for like $85,000? And I was like, you know what you try.
What about me? Right.
So, and then I was the 7 years straight the host of Essence Music Festival.
Yeah.
That was the biggest job of my life. And then when that ended, they decided to bring in Steve Harvey and the Steve Harvey Show, and that just added. So for years, y'all, I had such animosity, angst, anger, jealousy, envy. Anytime I had a chance to bring down Steve Harvey's name, I would do it publicly. I was doing all the stuff that was going on, you know.
That's real.
You know, and so it just affected my growth. I wake up every morning looking at the internet and the news to see if he did something wrong, so I can get my place, so to speak.
Got you.
So that went on for years, man. It just went through my marriage, through my, you know, the raising of my son. I was affected by that until when I got my divorce. God just told me, you got to fix that with Steve. So I had got invited back to Essence Festival, not through Essence, but through Verizon and Coca-Cola. And Steve Harvey was going to be there. So I said, I'm going to go try to get Steve. I got to go say what I need to say to him. So I saw him speaking. I went to the back side stage. His security met me. And the security guard said, excuse my language, what the fuck you want, Sloke? I was like, well, I just want to talk to Steve. He's like, no, we ain't trying to have no problem. We heard about stuff you've been saying. No, I really need you to talk to Steve. He said, all right, I'm going to make it happen. Just wait. So I waited backstage. Steve came off, went around the other way. And the security guy said, just hold on. We'll be back. So finally Steve came, fist clenched on his side. What you want, nigga? Like that. Ready. And I was like, look, man. And I just poured it out. I literally got on my knees and said, please forgive me for the stuff I said. I was wrong. I was angry. you know, I even get emotional talking about it now. I just asked, and he pulled me up, and we just started. He hugged me. He said, "Man, I knew it." He said, "The stuff they was saying you said," he said, "You're the most righteous man I ever known, man. I had nothing but love for you. I don't know why you were saying that stuff about me." I said, "Man, I was just broken, man. I was jealous. I just needed more from you." And so we embraced and hugged. He gave me a cell number. He said, "Man, let's end this. You know, let's get together, chop it up." You know, and for me, the weight came off my shoulder. I was released from that.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what needs to happen more. Just go to the person one-on-one, you know, and clear it up.
Right. Don't hold it in. Yeah. And you know, that brings me to this question too, because you're a comedian and you got to bring the funny, but you're going through that, you know, personal issues in your life, you know, for anybody who's doing anything like that or being successful or trying to get out there, how did you push yourself to get over to still get out there and smile and fake it? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, perpetrate, you know, like everything is all good and it really wasn't, but you're internally dying. Yeah. You know, how do you use your faith or whatever? What did you do to get over, to be able to go on the stage and pretend like it's good and people still believe you? How did you do that?
Well, like you said, it was my faith, still is my faith. I believe that God will send me where I'm supposed to be. And because I know God knows me, he knows everything I'm going through because he actually orchestrated it. He'll put me in the right places. So I never had to be in a place where I had to, you know, release all what was inside. I just gave people the show. People were so hungry for positivity, clean, whatever. I just gave them that. I created a show that was just funny. It was entertaining. It was music. It was all these things. It was easy for me to do without having to go inside the deep parts of me. It was almost as if I had memorized an entire, you know, set or whatever. And I just do it. And I know how to, I'm an actor. So I make it, you know, make it look like it's believable and, you know, make it such that people would not know what I'm actually experiencing because it really was not their business. It's like somebody going to a job and, you know, the stomach hurt, but they still do their job, but the stomach hurt, you know.
Yeah.
I did that, you know.
Well, good you didn't get into, because sometimes you get into the drinking and the drugs and people go way left with it. So, you know. I
never tried drugs at all, you know.
You played a good one, though. You played good, though.
Bro, I played it
like in the mud.
Like I'm an actor, and everybody know Clyde. Everywhere I'm going,
everybody knows Clyde.
Just like that, you know.
Smoke something, Clyde. Got you. Yeah, but now you know you're clearing some of that up and listening to what you were saying. You know, I'm like, wow. So you were probably very envious of Steve Harvey because
extremely envious of him.
Yes, you know, like I gave you the blueprint of the print I was following. Yeah, and I told you my plan to how to get to this level, and you said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna use that, implement it, and now get to the stratosphere with that." And now you looking like, bring me with you, you know, like okay.
And understand. Once we had that encounter at Essence, man, I saw Steve in a whole different life. I watch Family Feud every day because I still think he's funny. I understand that he decided to build a lane of his own. You will probably never see him try to do a movie role or do stand-up. He might, I think he's going to come back and do stand-up at some point, but not maybe. And
I heard he got Family Feud Africa. He's actually part owner of that portion. I'm like, yikes. Yeah, so, you know, and people don't know, Africa's a continent. It's not a country. Yeah. So when he said, you know, Family Feud Africa, I'm like, you know, there's 54 countries in Africa, right? So that's 54 different family feuds. That's a different check for all 54. But, you know, neither here nor there. So now, you know, looking at, you know, your journey as an actor, comedian, a man of faith. So now with all of this, you know, do you have a book?
It's actually about to happen.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. I got my question too. Oh, you beat me to it, but that was my question. You got a book. Something coming out.
You know, and Jay, the thing is, I've been running from a lot of things because it will require me to do something that I probably never have done before, and that is work. Everything was handed to me. When I tell you everything was handed to me. I ain't worked for jack. So these things that I'm like,
that's a blessing though. That's some grace because a whole lot of people
well,
that work.
like I said, yeah, but imagine if I had put forth, like I was just telling somebody recently, I don't have a community of comedians that I roll with because I don't have the experiences. Yeah. If I go, if I went to the Improv tonight and there's a black comedian up, I promise you, these are a certain age, see me, like when Lil Rel saw me, damn, just started crying. He was like, do you understand what you did for my life? I mean, everybody got stories. Yeah. You know, right. I didn't do, it was presented to me. I have a natural gift and I did it. So I recently accepted the fact that and I call it like the second half of my life, the things I'm going to do is going to require work. So yes, there's a book in progress. I did not want to enter that congested world of podcasts. That's about it.
Yeah, I got you. But podcast has replaced the radio. I believe. Radio, exactly. Right. Radio is almost like, you know, I did radio for a second, and it's like, it's okay. However, tell me your take on some of the newer batch of comedians that's coming up through Atlanta, like the 85 South show that's there. Earthquake had a comedy club in Atlanta, so you guys have like your own scene, of Atlanta comedians. I want to say Chocolate came through there as well as Little Bit or Small Fry. You know, came through the Atlanta scene per se, and then jumped to the national scene. So can you tell me your feelings and your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna make a general statement first. I have nothing but pride for all the jokers, man. Like 85 South boys, they did something that's unprecedented. Who does that? Just get on stage and just start talking about people. That is a stroke of genius. Yeah, and it's always a packed house. Yeah, and the content, children should not come near them.
Absolutely. Carlos in DC is dumb.
Yeah, but the fact is, that's how things should be. Kids should not be a part of what grown folk. I love those guys. Earthquake, of course. The thing is, and I won't say it's unfortunate, but I have no connection with them personally because, as I have learned,
they listen to this. They get it.
Yeah, but I was
we gonna tag them in.
Just like what I was telling you before, like they have me in such a legendary status. They think like, no, we can't do that to him. He can't come into the 85 South. No, you know, like we revere him. Like we love him, but no, he can't come around. We're gonna be drinking and smoking and.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, from Atlanta in the 80s, and he don't know about drink and smoke. Okay.
But I'm saying, but that's how they revere me. Like that whole,
as they should.
The whole word of legend, that's deep for them. And I'm still around. You know, there are some legends who gone. You know, I'm still here. And so when I see them, they say stuff like, man, you gotta come by, or no, somebody said you gotta go by 85 South spot. I'm like, I'll get there if they want me to be there. And it's not that they don't want me to be there. I'm so revered that they just assume that there's no way he would come here. But I would hang out with them all day because I'm the OG, I'm the uncle, whatever that allows them.
OG Sloke, yes.
You know. Yeah. So and Earthquake, you know, he's always been brilliant to me. You know, when he talks to me, I saw him in Vegas one time. I was just passing through and he was had a show. He saw me, security, he just said, wait. He said, Sloke! He came and hugged me, man. I promise you, he started crying, you know, because we have history. You know, when he had a club here in Atlanta, he so adored the fact that he knew that there was somebody like me that he's close to, and he respected my gift. He always thought I was funny. Another thing, there are levels to funny, and everybody ain't got to be, you know, rapid fire filling arenas. That ain't No, find.
You got your uncle funny. Yeah, I'm living room.
Yeah,
funny.
but some people say that's not real comedy though. Like you just getting on a stage, just talking about people. They'll be like, "Oh, that ain't comedy." I mean, that's not real. And they don't even consider them as comedians. That's like a lesser comedy. I've heard that. Like,
Yeah,
but like you said, there's levels to.
and I don't agree. Again, if you got a comedian who sells out anything, then you can't say that they're not funny because 3,000 say that he is funny. So your one that don't mean nothing that you don't think so. That's why I tell people, if you say, I don't think Joe Torre is funny, you got to say, I don't think Joe Torre is funny to me. Yeah. You got to say to me. A general statement, like when these comedians come for each other, what do you mean he ain't funny? He just sold out 3 nights at wherever. He's funny.
Right.
People don't pay money to go see him. Absolutely. So if that's not your thing, then it's okay. Stop bashing. Just make a choice to support what you want to support. Your style, just like clothing, food, anything. What you like, and just So
yeah. And it's totally understandable. One of the comedians I thoroughly enjoy every time I go see him. I wonder, like, why is he not much bigger? Because like Tony Roberts. Tony Roberts kills. I mean, kills.
Bro,
when you go see him live, you are like your stomach hurt. Yeah.
When you not only that, but when you see his show, you're tired. Like you want to take a nap
from laughing. Yeah.
Not boredom, but he takes you. It's like he is a cup of black Starbucks coffee. And I've known him for years. He said we did a play 1,000 years ago, and I was Uncle somebody in the play, and he called me that to this day. No, you're right though. I wish more people knew who he was, but he is. There's such a thing as funny. And you got black funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got and then so you got you got famous and you got black famous.
Yeah.
And then you got me. So I am the black. No. You got black famous and you got black church famous.
Okay, I got you. Some genre of black famous. I got you.
But you did but you did a lot of things, and just talking to you now, I know we're gonna get back to you, but you're very humble about a lot of things. I even looked on even on your Instagram, you really shout out a lot of people, their products, their services, their organizations, their businesses. Like if you look at his Instagram page, it is a lot of other people that he's saying, hey, that's great. Go check out this bar. Go check out this club. But you've done Laugh-A-Palooza with Jamie Foxx. You've done Comics Unleashed and Def Jam. You've done the Trumpet Award. You've done Essence Fest. You've done Def Comedy. You've done Gospel Dream. You've done all of these things. So you're more than just black church funny, you know what I mean? Black, you're more than that. And people need to recognize that. I don't think they know that because you are kind of like, you don't have to be in the limelight, although you are, but you inhabit all of that. And it takes a person who is very confident in themselves to be able to, say, good job, you, doing great job, you, and still be okay with their selves. So how did you get that way? Because you have no problem even being at your level saying what's up to the little people or the people that ain't even got started yet,
Yeah, I thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Very kind of you. I really believe that, first of all, I'm not a racist or prejudiced. I'm so pro-black. I believe my brother might.
And black women too, because you talk a lot about black women too. So I did know that.
Start on that, because to the brothers who passed on them, but anyway. So yeah, I want everybody to win. Like even when every now and then I'll do a show and I have somebody on the stage or whatever. I want the whole show to be slamming. Like I don't want somebody who, if somebody's in front of me, I want people to leave not just talking about me, but that guy or that girl or that band or that whatever. I just want everybody to win, and I want people to win at whatever level in the tower of entertainment. Everybody can't have the penthouse. Somebody got to be on floor 8. Somebody got to be on floor 3. But you in the house,
right?
I want everybody just to be in it. I have an issue with black people not supporting black people. That's a major
bars
on that.
to the point where I don't even understand it. Like, if you know you're gonna get the cover of Vogue and you're a black person, you should make sure that that designer is black. I mean,
for sure.
Not Prada, not Gucci. I don't care.
Bars,
$8 billion worth of wardrobe. You find somebody that you can rock on the page.
I love that.
Period. When I go to the Image Awards, they say, "Who are you wearing?" When I have time, this is Gucci and Prada. This is our award show. Everything. Twice I went. I was head to toe, everything black. And I made a joke. I said, the only thing I don't have is black drawers. When I got home, I got hit up by a black underwear company called Draws.
DAW.
I can't show you. I got them on.
No. This ain't that show. Ain't that type of show, brother.
I love that.
Whoa, this is gonna be exclusive.
It's DRAWLZ. Draws.
Yeah, draws.
Draws. Wow. That's cool.
They even got permission to use a phrase from Martin. Remember Martin when Tommy say he got the draws? They use draws.
Absolutely.
So, I'm just and so
that's funny.
I'm gonna get mine. I just
time. You got some of them now. You ain't gonna talk about get. You got some already.
And I got it. I know that I still know that there's more.
Oh, that's
right. I know I'm not
all right.
So much
ain't done with you. Absolutely.
I heard somebody say you gotta die empty, man. You gotta get everything you got inside of you. You gotta get it out before you get out of here. Everything die empty.
Empty, Jazzy
die
Jeff.
Empty.
Shout out to him for that. Before we get into I have a rapid fire questions. I have one more question. Because you're from Atlanta. Tell me your take on the King family, because they're very monumental and they were instrumental during the 1980s and 90s, trying to keep Dr. King's legacy. Dr. King Sr. Had a church in Atlanta. Is that still run by the King family?
No. Ebenezer Baptist Church.
Okay.
Is run by Senator Raphael Warnock. He's a senator and
senator. Yes.
They have now the actual church that was always there is still there. It's monumental now. You go by on tours to see it. Walk inside the sanctuary.
Yeah,
it's not used.
Right. Yeah.
They built a beautiful new church right across the street from it. So the legacy continues. There's only 2 children remaining. That's Martin III and Bernice.
Dexter just passed like a couple years ago.
Dexter just passed. Dexter and I went to high school together, so I know the King family.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, you had a little who's who in your high school, huh?
Yeah,
right.
I told my son recently about this story. When I was 10 years old, I wanted to go to junior camp, but I wanted to go, kind of like have a little money, little pocket change. So I worked at the neighborhood grocery store for the summer to get money to go to camp. 10 years old, so I was bagging groceries. One day, this woman came and she had 3 carts full of groceries. I took her cart to her car. I loaded her car. The woman gave me $60, $20 per car.
Oh, you got to go to camp with some change.
No. Hear me, Jay. Hear me, Big O. I quit because I'm so paid. I'm out. I left.
He quit for $60. He was out.
That's bad.
When I came, and so I came back from camp, and I went to camp like, no, y'all gonna get the ice cream. I got it. It's on me. Get him the chocolate. I'm the man. So when I come back home, I go to pick up groceries for my mom, and they said, you quit on us, but do you know who that was? Who you did the groceries? I said, no, just a lady. No. That was Mrs. King. She was getting groceries
you didn't even know. Wow.
For her son Martin King Jr.'s birthday party.
Goodness.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
So, but I think it's funny about the King family. Martin the third has the name of Dr. King.
Correct. That's the change.
Grace doesn't look just like him, but Bernice preaches like him. Bernice,
Yeah. She's smart. Yeah, she's brilliant.
He preaches like her daddy. Yeah. So they're always going to be special here. Auburn Avenue is still rocking. You know, people still the King Center's there, still doing it.
Okay, and that's awesome. All right, so we have this segment of our show that we call Rapid Fire, where I ask you a couple of questions. You can say, both. You can say neither, or you choose one or the other. All right. So it's my objective to make it so hard that you got to say both.
That's
I'm gonna try to
get him.
Get him. So I'm gonna give you an example. I'll say, and you can interpret for what it means. I'm gonna just say two things. So I may say like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Apple Jacks.
Neither.
Okay, so you say neither. All right, you say one or the other, neither or both. All right, so neither. All right, cool. So you got the gist of it. All right, some gonna be harder, some gonna be easier. All right, let's start.
Now, do I expound on them or just give the answer?
It's up to you. You don't have to. Just give the answer. But if you want to expound, because something's gonna get hard, you're gonna want to explain. And you want to save your political connects. All right? So I'm gonna give you a little easy one. Oatmeal or grits?
Oatmeal. First of all, let me tell you.
You gotta explain that. You from Atlanta? Yeah, you're gonna have to explain some things. Yeah, bro, you gonna have to explain that one. That was an easy one.
Atlanta. I can't even look at grits.
Too many grits in your life.
Man, you ain't even from Atlanta.
Thank you, Jay. Hold on, dude. Let me tell you my story.
Oh, you gonna have to explain that.
I was raised in the projects. We had grits 3 times a day. Grits for breakfast. You go to school, you open up the sandwiches, it's the cold grits and the bread with lettuce, grits sandwich, and you come home, you put the tomato paste, it's grits casserole. I do not eat grits.
Oh, I don't blame you. You said grits sandwiches and grits casserole.
Okay, I got you. You have
now
enough
you see why I like oatmeal, Big O.
All right, listen. In the South, listen. Look, I said South with an F.
Somebody threw some hot grits on them or something.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. All right. I thought that was an easy one. Okay. The Atlanta Falcons or the LA Rams?
Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, I guess I thought the first one was an easier one.
No, all right. The thing is, I thought when I moved back home, being the native son, that the Falcons just gonna start winning.
Yeah. You act like they recruiting from Atlanta. Nah, they don't do that. It's like, all right. Okay, all right. Okay, let's get a little harder. Georgia Tech or University of Georgia? Yeah, Georgia's gonna get a little harder.
Well, I mean, that's not even hard because I don't follow either of them. So
okay, all right.
Georgia Tech is in Atlanta, so I see that.
Georgia getting real popular, or you can say neither. I got you.
No, I mean I'll say Georgia Tech because it's in Atlanta.
Atlanta. All right, cool. Okay, all right. Okay, Clark Atlanta or Morehouse?
Oh, Clark Atlanta all day.
Okay, all right. See, look, they're gonna start messing with you a little bit. Okay, now let's get a little high. Tell me, Richard Pryor or Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll definitely have to say both. No, really, because see, I'm the guy that like the either or. It's eras for me. It was Richard Pryor, then it was Eddie Murphy, then it was Dave Chappelle, maybe.
Oh no, Chris Rock before that.
Right. Chris Rock, then Dave Chappelle, and now who knows?
Got you. So eras. Okay, all right. Thank you for you giving me more stuff because I got some sweet ones for you. Maynard Jackson or Andrew Young?
Maynard Jackson.
Maynard Jackson.
Oh, that's the man. Look, man, that airport is the Hartsfield Jackson Airport.
Absolutely.
So one day I was flying home to Atlanta, and the flight attendant said, "Welcome to Hartsfield Airport." Da da da. And I was like, "Excuse me."
You forgot the Jackson.
It's Hartsfield Jackson. Hartsfield. So Maynard, Andrew Young is close to me too. I love him to death. But Maynard is, for me, he's always my mayor because he was the first, it's for me. And I was a part of the campaign and the whole thing. He loved my work. So he's special. Maynard Jackson.
Okay. All right. Aretha Franklin or Patti LaBelle?
I got stories.
Always. Let's hear. I want to hear.
Always Aretha?
So let me tell you the story.
Okay.
The Trumpet Awards, you might have heard of them.
Yes.
So I was always doing the audience hosting. Now, by the way, I changed the title warm-up guy to audience hosting because that's different from warm-up.
Makes better sense.
And audience hosting, it takes a certain kind of person, a certain level of expertise to host an entire audience in between breaks of anything. So I take pride in that. The Trumpet Awards I did year after year. One year, which is my best year, I was killing it so much so that the applause was like this during the show. But when I came out, they just couldn't wait to hear what I was going to say. Wayne Brady was the host.
Wow.
I'm like, who's this guy? I'm telling you, I'm killing it. They honored Aretha Franklin. They honored Earth, Wind, and Fire. They honored somebody else. So at the end of the night, I came out and I said, well, this is my last break for the night. The place went up. It was led. Aretha Franklin was the first one standing. And I broke down into tears. I just started crying because that it was, oh my God. So then I said jokingly,
like validation,
one of y'all gonna take me on the road, fill the bed of Earth, Wind, and Fire. We got you. We're like, I'm getting it. No, so they fighting for me.
Oh, hell yeah. Them checking you like this. All you heard ching in your head. Absolutely, brother. Like, oh God.
2 days later, Aretha calls my cell phone. And I'm thinking she's joking. This can't be Aretha. Hey, you were fantastic. You want to do some dates with me? And I'm like,
without a thought. Wow.
So Aretha hired me. My first date with her was 2 sellout shows at Radio City Music Hall. The weekend of Whitney Houston's funeral.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Aretha, Whitney's aunt, she couldn't make it because she sold out these 2 shows.
Yeah.
But when Aretha called me and said she loved me, she loved all of that, I did the last several years opening for Aretha Franklin. And when I tell you, she's special.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so
wow.
I will always love her. She really saw my gift as it was and wanted to. And she made sure I got. One time a promoter was doing, a certain promoter was doing the show and they paid me less. And I told Aretha, I said, don't worry about it. She's like, they paying you how much? I said, oh, it's okay. Oh, no, I won't play that. So she went and told that man to up my money, blah, 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 blah. So it's always Aretha.
Yeah. I have a cousin. Wow. That's what he does. He does the show for Sunday's Best, Jeffrey Lampkin. He sang at my wedding. So he goes around and does that. That's my cousin. The other part, let me give you another one. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Eras, man.
They was in the same era now. Mike was in several eras. Excuse me, you're right. Mike was in several eras.
Well, yeah, and they're so different. I mean, Michael Jackson is forever the greatest entertainer. But Prince was. I got a Prince story. You want a Prince story too?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I want a Prince story.
It's on KROSS BARZ, y'all. Listen up.
So you remember? Well, maybe you don't remember. Essence used to do the Essence Awards in the Madison Square Theater. It wasn't the Garden, then a theater. So I was doing the audience hosting one year, and I got a picture in my bag. Prince was sitting on the front row, just very stoic like this. Everybody's just cracking up. Fast forward, I'm doing Essence Music Festival. I just finished doing this one year. The following year, they said, okay, you're booked for next year, but the first night is Prince night, and he doesn't want any comedian on the show. I was like, okay. Ooh. And I said, well, can you just mention to him that it's Jonathan Slocumb? Thought I'd take a chance. Oh, well, we'll tell him, but came back, and the lady was like, he said yes to you as long as it's you. And I was like,
wow.
So you can go
Prince know
online.
me. Like Prince knows me.
Yeah. So you can go online and see this. So Prince had the whole first night. Prince was his own opening act. He was in disguise and did a 2-hour set as somebody else. This guy with a long wig, glasses, on the roller skates. Nobody knew who this person was.
And they watched it for 2 hours, but you.
Because
I would after the 30 minutes, I would have realized it was Prince. I'm just telling you.
Well, maybe so, but the way he did it though.
Gotcha.
Wow.
The thing that I remember most is he roller skated over to me. He had the glass on. He said, "Welcome to the show." And okay, hold on.
Wow. That's good stories, man.
Goodness gracious. Oh, okay.
Those are good stories.
All right. Look. Now let's see if we got a story about this one. Let's see. All right. Marvin Gaye and Barry White.
So I'm just kidding.
No way.
No
way. No.
Okay, who was it again? Marvin Gaye
or Barry White?
Yeah, it would be Marvin Gaye.
Okay. All right. Got you.
I'm about to say no.
I love Marvin Gaye to death, but no, Marvin. I mean, I love Barry White to death. Marvin Gaye, man, that's. Now let me ask you a question, both of you. Who could play Marvin Gaye in the biopic?
As Marvin Gaye?
Who do you think could kill it?
What's his name? James. His last name is James. I've seen him. He was in the biopic of New Edition. Luke James. I think Luke James could do it. Luke James. I'm not talking about him singing, but because he can act and he has the look that could favor him. I'm
so disappointed in y'all because you know who the answer is.
Who?
And the person's not really an actor, but they have acted.
Okay, Tank.
It's Usher, nigga. Look at Usher. Just like they got the same. It's Usher, hands down.
I don't. Okay, I'll go with some of it. Like it ain't a slam dunk. It might be a finger roll or something. That ain't a slam dunk.
I went to Google and then I looked at pictures. Yeah, and I found some pictures that
I had to go back and look.
Yeah, okay, well that would be
great.
That's why I said Luke James, because Luke James favors him more than Usher.
I don't think so. I love him.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, but if you just talk about someone who could kind of sing and act, I would say Tank maybe. He may not favor
because he's
as much
on the browner.
But there's a plethora. But many actors sometimes
need to have one.
Sometimes they don't have to sing because I want to say Angela Bassett did an excellent job of doing Tina Turner, and she can't sing a lick. So you don't necessarily have to sing.
How great it would be to be able to sing.
But yeah, true that.
Jennifer Hudson did, Dreams Girl. But I think
absolutely.
What about October London?
Whoa! I'm not finished. I'm not finised.
He sings the Marvin Gaye music. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. I do this. Go ahead.
All right. So now, okay. Let me get my train of thought. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Look. Give you a little bit more sports. Okay. Michael Vick or Dominique Wilkins.
God, dude, that's both of them. There's no way I can separate them. Oh my God, I'm still mad at the Falcons for letting
left and right.
Look. They look. Both of them are Atlanta royalty.
Yeah, but I'm still mad at them for letting Michael Vick go. I'm pissed off.
So you gonna say both or one?
No, I'm saying both. I said both.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So look, coming now. LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Eras, both. Are you kidding me? I got a Michael Jordan story.
I ain't going to. He like who he like.
Do tell, sir. Do tell.
I got a Michael Jackson story. It's Michael Jordan story.
Okay.
I should have my picture book out.
Yeah.
So,
check it out.
Same thing I was doing for the Image Awards in LA.
Okay.
And if you can go on eBay and find my first comedy record. It's out there somewhere. I did a tribute to Michael Jordan on my album, and then I did it in front of him. And he stood up, he was laughing, you know, it was great. So again, the next day, Michael Jordan calls my phone. Hello, must be to Jonathan Slocumb. Like, this is he. Who's this? Hey, it's Mike. I'm like, Mike who? Michael Jordan. Like, who is this? He said, Mike Jordan. Like, no, seriously, man. Who is this? So I think he just handed the phone to his assistant. Hi, Jonathan, this is Becky. I don't know her name. Yeah, that was Michael Jordan. You were awesome last night. Oh my God, we really love you. So listen, Michael is going to be debuting a thing called the Jordan brand in Vegas. I know it's last minute, it's tomorrow. He was wondering, could you come and host the opening of the Jordan brand at the Bellagio Hotel? I mean, I know it's last minute.
Ching, ching, ching. Let me see.
Absolutely.
I had to move some things around.
Hold on. Mike in the background. Can you come? Can you come? I heard him, you know. And I was like, let me think about it. Yes. So I went, and I'm in front of everybody because it's the big time celebrities were there. I mean, they were there. Everybody was there.
Of course.
When I tell you, I bombed so badly.
You bombed?
Oh my God. I forgot to mention about it. That was what, because they don't know me. They're ready to see Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And so when I finally said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man himself, Michael Jordan. He comes out, the place goes crazy. I mean, the Damon Wayans is there and Usher's there, everybody's there. And so Michael thanks me. But at the end of the night, this white guy came up to me. He says, you were great tonight. I was like, what did you see? He said, we had another comedian last year who was worse than you. No, not last year, some other event.
Yeah.
And he said, it was Jerry Seinfeld. He was horrible. You were amazing. And it was Mr.
Wow.
Nike who owns Nike. It was him.
Yeah, Phil Knight.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
you know, we had the big thing afterwards. Michael Jordan went down to gamble. We had a little pin, and I went to watch him gambling. It was him and Randy Moss together.
Hey, West Virginia. Go Randy Moss.
And
Yeah. Go ahead.
Whatever,
So I gave Mike, I said, hey, man, make me some money. I gave him $5. He said, go ahead on, man. I said, okay. So I came back. I said, you make some money? He's like, hey, man, really, man, I'm going to need you to go. Like, he's serious about his gambling, man.
Yeah. Look. Wow. He happened to play basketball, but he's a professional gambler. I got you.
Yeah. Is that joke on that laugh yourself to life? Okay.
Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna two more. All right. So okay.
So good.
In Living Color or Saturday Night Live?
For what it meant to the culture, 100% in Living Color.
Okay.
The funny thing is, the biggest star that came from Saturday Night Live is a black person, and the biggest star came out of Living Color is a white person. I think that's funny.
You talking about Jim Carrey?
So let me see the star. Jamie Foxx and Jim Carrey?
No, the greatest, the black person from Saturday Night Live was not.
That's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay, the greatest from Eddie Murphy, and the biggest from white would be Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Wow.
All right, I got you
on
on that.
like
Okay.
That.
I never even thought about that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now this one, I was like, trying to figure. Trying to look at land, because you know. But yeah, we got to go.
I bet I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Nah, you know, I
do know.
This is for the young people. See if you. This is for the young people for Atlanta.
All right.
T.I. or Andre 3000?
Ooh.
Hands down Andre 3000.
I knew he was gonna say Andre 3000.
I thought you was too old for that. I got you.
I am Andre 3000 at 65. Man, I know disrespect to T.I., that's my guy, but man, Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Have you seen him playing flute? Have you seen him in his new Element?
I was close by because Piedmont Park, where he performed, is like down the street here. So I knew about it, but I wasn't in town.
Right.
But yeah, I was wanting, like everybody else, for him to do a rap album because he's dope at it. But you know, everybody want to have their change and shift. It's all good.
Yeah, so I had some more, but I was like, you gotta cut it short now, brother. Yeah, look, and then I'm starting to look. Okay, you want some of the hard ones then? You know what I mean? I
ain't had that hard yet.
He
all right.
He's pulling your card.
Look. Tremaine Hawkins or Yolanda Adams.
Ooh.
It's error, so I'm saying both. I was with Yolanda.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna say both. That's what I do. Look, that's what I do.
I was with Yolanda last night.
Yeah. Look. Here we go.
You was with Yolanda last night.
Mary. What?
It was at an event. Oh wow.
Yeah, she sang at the Whitney Houston event. You know, she and Whitney were tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Yolanda from way back. She's on a show called Kingdom Business right now.
Yes.
And I'm on. I did an episode. I played her voice coach. Named Ladarius, honey. I was Ladarius, honey.
You were Ladarius? That sound like his name is Ladarius.
Ladarius. She kind of mean in Kingdom Business too. I was like, oh, she had a little spicy Kingdom Business. I was like, Yolanda mean? Okay.
This next one, let's stay in the genres, you know, because you talking that tough. So let's see if you gonna answer tough.
Come on,
all right. Look, the Clark sisters or Mary.
Errors.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's both.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Errors.
No, because you put your chest out. You can come on then. Like, look.
So he said you gotta stay in the same.
I can give you different eras, and you know who to pick. Like if I said Goody Mob and what's the ones the Migos. Yeah. 2 different eras. Goody Mob, you better get this right.
Eras, and I'm not really familiar very much with Migos. I know who they are.
Yeah, you better get it right. Yeah, Goody Mob. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. Yeah, I like them young boys. Yeah, I like it. Cool. That's what you do. But Goody Mob, we know that Soul Food album was different and it changed. Yeah, it was right there, right after Outkast. But you know, look, I'm being nice. You know, I'm being nice. I don't want. Look. Give him here. Give him one more. Like, look, I'm gonna give him a layup. All right, Tyler Perry or Spike Lee. All right, now you better not mess up the political connection.
I see his soul leaving a little bit.
But you're right, though, Jay. You know, I love Spike Lee's joints. I've seen every one of them, but it hasn't personally affected my life the way Tyler Perry has.
Yeah. Affect that in the account book, right? Yeah, I know.
I've had actual work from Tyler Perry, so they hire me, they get a point or two up. So
right.
Right. Yeah. And on that note, I want to make sure I just say that I want people to do the same thing I've been saying. If you don't like his style of movies, then just don't watch, but just shut up.
Yeah. Right. Don't need to criticize. Yeah.
Because he's got an audience, a definite audience. He caters to his audience. People can go to Walmart all they want. That's fine. But some people go to Neiman Marcus. Those people probably don't go to Walmart.
Yeah, and they don't criticize or speak on people to Walmart.
Criticize.
Right.
Because they were like, oh, that's not my my lane. Yeah, absolutely.
Bars. Yes. Bars. And that's how you let people do what they do. Stay in your lane, make your money, do what you do.
Yes.
I dig it.
Yeah, I'm all in the middle. I'm between like Target. Yeah, I'm like, you know, like I'm in between, Target. Like, I ain't even Marcus. You know what I mean? I might be Macy's, but I ain't Neiman. Like Target, I'm between like Target and Macy's.
And that's why they got them for those of us that are in the industry.
Yeah, I don't know Neiman. I went to Neiman's. I said, is that a comma? I was like, I'm in the sneaker section. Is that a comma? Like, oh no,
You funny.
what I do don't allow me to get stickers with commas. All right, absolutely. So yo, listen, I'm done with that because you keep on going and I keep on catching with both.
No, I just wanted, because you was coming off with Tyler Perry, and I just wanted to say that because you do plays, and I know we're about to get out of here. You've done plays, you've done TV, you've done movies. Is there any preference of the three that you like better than the other?
Oh, I love anything that's live. You know,
Wow.
I love doing the live performances, live hosting, theater.
Gotcha.
It's immediate response. You know, and
Right.
the payment is immediate. You don't get paid for movie.
Bars on that. I hear
Immediate.
you. That's important.
Right now.
Right
now.
now.
Paid now.
Suddenly.
Absolutely.
And I got a story on that. Speaking of
Go
that,
ahead.
You're
All right, go ahead. I have to.
quick story.
Quick story.
So I got hired by James Brown.
The hell?
Man, come on.
The Godfather.
For the exact same thing.
The real James Brown, that sweat, that dude.
The actual James Brown, the legend, the icon. He said,
Wow.
I'm looking for a comedian to open my tour, but he got to be clean. So a guy here in Atlanta says, I know the perfect one. I'm going to bring him down to Augusta. I went to Augusta. I was sitting in front of James Brown in his office, all of the awards. At the time, I put in my demo tape of VHS. He put it in and was cracking up laughing. He told his assistant to call Arsenio Hall. He called Arsenio Hall, told Arsenio, I'm coming to town. I'm bringing my own comedian. I want you to put him on the show. And Arsenio,
on Arsenio.
let's do it. And so my first date with him again was Radio City. I opened for him, killed it. At the end of the show, I went to his lawyer. I said, man, he was like, dude, you were amazing. I said, thanks a lot. I'm just, I'll be in my room waiting for my check, He said, oh, no, you don't get a check. I was like, but I just finished working on oh, no, you get paid later. Everybody knows that. I was like, well, I'm new. So he said, you got to go talk to, Mr. Brown. So I went to James Brown's dressing room. He was like, hey, Jonathan! And he proceeded to tell me how great I was, blah, blah, blah. But he heard that I wanted to be paid. He said, I got plenty of money. No problem. So I said, okay, well, thank you, sir. I would love to be. No problem. I went to my room. Later on that night, an envelope came under my desk, under my door, with a check in it and a note. Your services are no longer needed.
No.
Here's your airline ticket back to Atlanta. Have a good night. He fired me.
Because you asked for the money now?
Yes, sir.
What is it like? You didn't think you believed he didn't have it, or was it he considered it disrespect? No reason. You
don't ask him for you. But I guess they know that I guess there was a system that they had, but I didn't know. My first night.
Wow.
And he fired me.
Wow.
Right, nah, you don't have money, man.
Well, that note.
You should know.
So many connections. I mean, you're the epitome of what, to me, before we get out of here, is what KROSS BARZ is about. It's about connections. It's about people meeting people, having those conversations and how this connects. And that's what, KROSS BARZ is. You never know who you're going to be with, who you're going to see, who you're going to connect, why I know you, why this person. And that's what it's about. So you'll see people on our show that's from a basic somebody who's in the army to a top celebrity, and that's just how God is blessing us to have it going. So we do thank you so much, Mr. Slocumb, for blessing KROSS BARZ with your presence. We got some gems, so many gems on here. Where can anybody, if they want to find? I know you have a son too, and he's an artist. And I was kind of looking for his page because I've seen some of his art on your page. Right. You can even shout that out if you want to. But where can we find you? If anybody want to connect with you, hire you, where can they find you on the social media? What's your handle?
I guess the main thing is my Cash App, which is $.
Facts. Hey, ain't no joking. Put the thing up. Facts.
Yeah, I put that. That's so funny.
Oh,
look, I put up the Instagram. Look, I got the Facebook. I got his email on there. Look,
let me just say this one last thing, and it's like critical that people know this. One of the things that governed my whole career is this phrase that I adopted from a singer named Whitley Phipps, and it simply says, "I will not compromise just to be recognized."
I do it for the likes. I got you.
I live, and I want anybody to just never compromise. Whoever you are, there's an audience and a place for whoever and whatever you're doing. It'll be for you, but don't compromise.
Say that one more time. I will not compromise.
Just to be recognized. Now you got to stay true to who you are, and if you are a person of faith. This world is so huge. Find your audience and be balanced. I don't see why. I love PJ Morton. He's one of my favorites because he's a man of faith. Father is a top bishop singing R&B. But the fact is, he doesn't have to compromise because he does music that inspires about love and inspirational, all in the same beat. So I believe you can have worship and wine. Christ and a
I love PJ.
Jesus and Jack. It's the overuse of anything that's a problem. But just don't compromise. And black men, if your mama black, your woman should be black.
Oh, damn. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Johnson. Go ahead.
I had to put it on there. I will not compromise just to be recognized. All right, I appreciate Jonathan Slocumb. He got it straight off of KROSS BARZ. Thank you so much again. We're leaving out here. I'm Tanae with KROSS BARZ. That's KROSS BARZ. You can find us on Instagram and X and Twitter and all my X and Twitter is the same thing. TikTok, all those places. All right, guys, we appreciate you so much. Please fill us out on our KROSS BARZ website, www.crossbars.com. You can also just put on Gmail. All right, guys, we love you so much. We're taking it out here tonight. Thank you so much.
Wait, Big O.
Yes.
When it gets all white, don't you dye it.
Nah.
Oh.
Don't dye it.
I ain't gonna die.
Raise your hand.
He wants you to be, you're going to be a silver. All right, Big O. All right.
Hold on.
We're taking y'all out here tonight, y'all. Peace.
Thank you so
much.